Hello everyone. It's 8:18 p.m. Night or evening. So this video I want to talk about, like the other day I did a video talking about narcissistic abusers and food. So this video I'm going to do a topic on gang stalking and food. Well, the online gang stalkers get mad and they're obsessed with my interaction with food. And one of them actually told me almost 2 years ago, all you talk about is gang stalking and food. Well, you keep on gang stalking me and I'm going to keep on talking about it. So, they love to call me the trigger word greedy. You know, and they'll insult my weight. Yeah, so this topic, I'm going to talk about gang stalking and food in this video topic. I'm still sleep deprived, so excuse me. So, narcissistic abuse and gang stalking have a lot of similar traits. They're all about control and wanting to play God. That's the traits of both narcissistic abusers and gang stalkers. That they try to play God with other people's lives, yet they can't control their own lives. And so, the in-person gang stalkers, I've pointed out that when I was homeless, I can't go to restaurants I can't go to restaurants. I meant to say I can't go to homeless soup kitchens when I would be homeless, because I felt like I'm not gonna sit here and argue and fight with other homeless 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it was hardly much of any they didn't have a whole lot of food places to eat for homeless in Pensacola anyway, when I was in Pensacola, Florida. So I got tired of arguing and fighting with homeless people 3 times a day. And I would have to argue standing in line with them because they would be gang stalkers and they would cut the line, or they would cough on me, smoke around me, blast loud music on their phones around me, smack food around me and everything. And it was like being around a bunch of uncivilized animals. So to try to lessen gang stalking and altercations, I've been wrongfully kicked out of and banned from soup kitchens, or been manipulated to just not want to go back there due to the other homeless gang stalkers, or the abusive narcissistic gang stalking fake volunteer staff that are communal narcissists. So that resorted to me having to eat at restaurants. And when I would go to restaurants, certain restaurants act like as if they love me enough that they would give me they would not charge me for the food. And then another time, if I come and visit go visit the restaurant, they would act like as if they want to wrongfully ban me from there because they want to falsely accuse me of not paying or stealing or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't you tell me that my tab was taken care of? You told me that somebody paid for my food. It would be the secret mystery person to pay for my food. And then, So a lot of the majority of the time, they would give me half of what everybody else gets, like a half a bowl of grits, half a cup of juice, or less food than everybody else, and then try to have a fake gang stalking script about food portion sizes, and then they be throwing up satanic hand signs in front of my face on purpose, like they want me to see it, or I have to deal with an obnoxious, narcissistic server, or they'll do stuff like if I ask for something to be fresh and hot, they would deliberately and on purpose force me to have undercooked or cold food or something like that. But I was homeless on the streets and having to eat at restaurants just about every day. And thankfully, I didn't have to worry about being poisoned. Like I heard about other targeted individuals that end up getting poisoned, at restaurants. If I did get poisoned, I didn't recognize it. But so if I would order DoorDash, they will always give me like half the order, and I would end up with missing items, and then DoorDash had stopped me from making grievances and complaints. But I heard that basically they give the target bad service on purpose so that the target will look like a mentally unstable troublemaker. If you got to keep giving bad reviews of restaurants treating you poorly and everything. So yeah, they would do stuff like give me undercooked burgers, or give me hard rice, or undercooked grits, or burnt chicken, or for example, or something like that. So then when I post on social media about them giving me half portions of food, the online gang stalkers falsely accused me of being greedy and entitled and acting like a Karen, which is not like y'all see that obvious half a cup of half a glass of cranberry juice or something. So I'm thankful and glad to have my own place so that I can control my own food and beverage portions. So the online gang stalkers, they call me fat and greedy, and they falsely accuse me of being obsessed with money and food, which is not. They got skinny people who's obsessed with food. Look at all these people who do mukbangs and they're skinny and eat like a hog and then get praised for it. Just because they're guys or whatever, mainly because they're men. But, I ate my dinner that I showed y'all earlier, and oh, shucks, I got really full. I couldn't imagine eating that much of stuff, but I was on psychiatric medications. Like, they want me back on psychiatric medications. And I probably would have been dead by now if I was still on psychiatric medications, because those medications they're killing people. I've heard about how people have been slim and athletic, and then they ended up diabetic and obese with being on psych meds. So the online gang stalkers, they would do stuff like count how many calories they think I'm eating, or they falsely accuse me of. They use the Bible scriptures to try to say that my God is my belly, or they'll try to make like I'm just obsessed with food, but they're obsessed with my relationship with food and money. They were stalking my GoFundMe several times a day, and I've even had DoorDash people like picking my food or eat my food or steal my food or whatever. And DoorDashers be men posing as women, or have a name of a woman and then a man shows up. So yeah, that's the narcissistic relationship with gang stalking and food.